So today we are continuing on our tour. If we are like after halfway point, and we are departing Princess Juliana for Le Raizet, Pointe-à-Pitre, at Guadeloupe. And pardon my pronunciation. The plan is to do something like this. So depart, island hop all the way to there, go around the mountains, and then land at Guadeloupe. The weather at St Maarten we should be seeing a few clouds at 1900 feet AGL. Fortunately, this is the Microsoft representation of few clouds. So either the weather engine is broken, and maybe check that I have this enabled. Live weather is on, so I'll just put it off, put it back on. Maybe it's gonna fix something. But probably not. Well, we'll have clear weather then. As far as wind goes, the METAR says 120 direction at 10 knots, and that kind of agrees with what I'm seeing in little nav map, so we should be fine. So sit back, enjoy, and hopefully you'll enjoy this flight with me and my mates. They are loaded in here. Okay, so we can start the engines, right?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Clear prop.
Better put some
Then
fuel in it first, don't I?
do some starting.
Blimey, there's a first. It fired up straight first time.
Are you still having trouble with it, John?
No, I always forget something. There's always something I forget, whether it's a magneto or a fuel tank or a not to prime or something. I always forget something and it never fires up straight away. Obviously, my flows are getting better and I've worked it out now.
It's gonna be an interesting taxi here. Okay, let's do that. Oh, there's nobody around anymore. Oh, we have some F-18 flying along. Okay. Princess Juliana traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo Twin Cessna at the Foxtrot apron, taxiing for runway 10. Princess Juliana.
So we're taxiing down. Oh, basically through the apron.
Yeah. At least I am. I'll try to weave my way here. So Robert, we are also in 310.
I am, yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be a nice flight then. Bunch of rich guys flying island to island.
You all right with the Unicom calls, Rob?
Possibly. I'm a bit green on the ATC stuff, to be honest.
Yeah. Have you put 122.8 in your comms?
No, I haven't, but I will. In the
Com one.
I'll just think on one on my actual aeroplane, not in the the sim, not in the
Yeah.
app for. Sorry, which frequency did you say?
122.8.
And could I be heard when I was making a call? On
Yeah.
radio?
I just happened to just turn my nav radio on just as I heard you call.
Okay.
You tuned, Rob?
Yeah, I'm tuned to 122.8.
Princess Juliana traffic, Golf, Charlie Romeo, Whiskey Tango, Twin Cessna at Foxtrot, taxiing to runway 10 via the apron. Princess Juliana. You hear me all right, yeah?
Yeah, can hear you fine.
And that's the call, basically who you are, where you're going.
Was that an F-18?
Yes.
Where's
The-
that?
There is an F-18 flying
Just
flying
taking off.
around us.
I can only say it's not me. Looks like
Okay.
their call sign is USAAF. Well, that's descriptive.
That's where you're going down to the end.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know,
I'll
we
move
have
down there.
this nice hill, you know, at the extended center line, so I thought that maybe, just maybe, we should, you know, use
Yeah, get off early and turn right.
I'm running my engines if you are close behind me. Just wait a little bit so you don't hit my prop
I'm
wash.
I'm not even through the apron yet.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's a pain in the ass. You've got to go around the back of that little thing stuck out in the middle of nowhere.
I'll do some pre-calculations. What? Oh, it's almost 40 degrees here, like 35. Oh, 31. 31 says METAR, but my temperature gauge says something else. It's maybe all that heat rising from the tarmac.
Is it safe for me to taxi?
Yeah. Just make a call and just go. There's no ATC on, so you're doing blind calls, just basically letting everybody else know, and just listen out for other people.
Okay.
Princess Juliana traffic, November 310 Romeo Tango is type Charlie 310, taxi to runway via apron.
Could you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think something funky's happening with my key bindings. I think I've got what I've got for my push to talk key, and that's in.
Okay, we had an A320 coming in, and he's where? Oh, has he landed? No.
Not seen him. Might have crashed.
No, he actually landed at the ground case. Siberian Airlines. Here, okay. Well, I'm gonna take off, and I will be circling the island for some visuals before departing, because today I want to kind of see those islands. Princess Juliana Air traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, Twin Cessna, holding short runway 10. Departing, taking off runway 10, we'll be doing left crosswind departure. And we'll stay above the island at altitude. Princess Juliana. Okay, there we go.
Blimey, that was a long call.
Yeah,
Surely you'd be doing a right downwind.
no, I'll be doing left crosswind. Why?
You said right downwind. You said left downwind.
Did I?
Mm.
Okay. Then I will surprise everyone. Yeah, that was not very.
Keep from guessing. Yeah, keep from guessing.
Yeah, that was not very precise call. That's correct. I don't think people will enjoy, my jet wash because I don't have any jet wash. Okay, well, strobe light's gone. Okay, why am I following this line? It's for airliners. Okay.
Princess Juliana traffic, Golf Charlie Romeo with Tango lining up runway 10 behind 5. Princess Juliana.
Oh, it's quite choppy today. My sim.
Oh, I actually need to change it back. So very quickly, that would be nice. Departure.
Princess Juliana traffic, Golf Whiskey Tango, taking off runway 10 with the right turnout and heading southwest. Princess Juliana.
That's how you make a call.
Oh yes, keep bragging.
Ooh, that's not how you take off though.
Well, at least I can take off. You can only talk about it. No pun intended. I want to enjoy the scenery, here, so taking off and maybe do a circle to see the airport from the air.
Ooh, got a big lump of turbulence.
Do I need to call before I line up as well?
No,
You don't have to, but it's generally well accepted just in case somebody's on final.
well, actually, at the untowered fields, you should not make, lineup calls. You should just announce takeoff and go, and don't stay on
Alright,
the
okay.
runway.
Alright, fair enough.
And since this is untowered for today,
I would say it's a judgment call. If you hear lots of traffic, then
Yeah, I don't know the rules in here, you know, in Netherlands. In US, it's not allowed to make those lineup calls at untowered fields. That I know for certain. Believe I can
At least,
see the first island.
Yeah, you can see it straight away. You just turn 205, it's bang straight off the nose.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to climb to 3,500, I think.
Yeah, I think that 3.5 might be better option, you know, to see better, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm going anyway.
Okay, I'll just generate myself a new navlog then. And then descend.
Princess Juliana, traffic November 57 X-ray, X-ray L39, taxiing runway 10, Princess Juliana.
Was that you, Joshua?
Was gonna chase you
Oh.
guys down in an L39, so have some fun. I don't have time to do a full Chancellor pre-flight, so I'm just like, let's just jump in a single engine jet. That should be fast enough to catch you guys.
You mean there's like less pre-flight required, right? In the chat.
Yes, in the L39, there's hardly any pre-flight because it's the Reno Air Race expansion. So
Okay.
You're zipping past us.
I can't pass up my favorite airport from my FSX days. So this whole airport is basically just Flight Simulator 10 for me.
Oh, wow.
I remember I'm a kid in high school, just had been playing Flight Simulator 2004, and then I hear Flight Simulator X is coming out, and then the demo is that you could download online was for St Maarten TNCM. So this is just like, I was so hyped back then. Like, it's just gotta be so awesome.
Oh, fantastic. Because I always thought it was mixed field, FS.
Yeah, that is usually, that's for the OG. That's for the OG people who got into Flight Simulator early. Like that is literally Flight Simulator. But for me, getting in late in the game, this is like, oh yeah, this is the glory days for me.
All right.
Princess Juliana, traffic November 57 X-ray, X-ray, taking off runway 10, right turn out 3000, Princess Juliana.
Yeah, the only pre-flight in the L39 is, do you have enough gas? Because it's going to burn it fast.
It's a weird little island.
Which one are you heading to right now? TNCS?
Can't remember what it's called now.
I mean the first one?
Yeah.
TNCE, was it? No, there's some other user fix that I planned for. Okay, that's
Stabber.
Saba, yes.
Yeah, that's a real short runway.
Oh yeah. Not even 1,000 feet.
Yes, that's a tough one.
I wonder what I'll see. It's one of the Asobo airports, so interesting to see. You know, I'm curious to see what will become of it. But I realized I just lost a viewer since you're flying. I'm glad you're flying.
So my viewer count, though, dropping.
It was one, you know. So
Don't join the group flight. Join the stream. Push the numbers up.
no.
Donate to keep the stream alive.
So John, how does it look like? That's a very small airfield. Is it even visible there?
I'm not visible with it yet. So I'm visible with the island. I'm quite close to it now.
Ah, it should be on our side, on the northern
Yeah,
side of the
yeah,
island.
yeah. I'm just coming up to that northeast side. I can't see it. It looks like it's a big steep hill though. So I don't think I'd want to come in this. I think a 152 tail dragger might be the idea, or a fit kit fox.
Yeah.
Which might be a bit of fun actually. Island hopping in one of those things, just doing.
Yeah, but it would take forever. Maybe Hawaii would be a nice, you know, set for that.
Oh yeah, yeah, but that's quite.
But it will still be some time before I or we finish this one. There's many legs before us still. I don't even think I need to time my legs today because those islands are kind of unmissable.
Oh yeah, straight over the top of it. This one, and then it's 1, 3, 4.
Visibility is basically unlimited today.
Yeah, I think Microsoft's weather engine might have some problems because you know the METAR says few clouds at 2,000
It's like
feet. So
no clouds.
Well, it's still few, I suppose.
There's
Technically
so
not many
few.
anyway.
You can't see them.
okay, so that little outstrip there at the end of the slope should be the runway, right?
Looks like it.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't even have to turn to a heading. You just turn to an island.
Well, still, it might be, you know, just check the winds, so you fly, you know, in a slight crabbing position. That's the only purpose of the navlog today, I guess. Okay, that's a very small strip. Why is there an airport even?
Faster than a boat.
Taking off, Bob.
Yeah, I'm just behind you.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I was just looking on Volanta. I couldn't see you.
Yeah, still connected. I did run into something invisible on the taxiway though, and I had to restart.
Oh, you gotta turn that crash detection off because of that. It's so annoying. That happened to me once, and I'm like, nope, okay, never again. Turning off crash detection forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened to me and Spiros at St Bart's last week. Crashes that weren't there.
Oh yeah, you were saying. Where is it in the settings?
I think it's under the, I believe it's under general options. I'll have to send you my list. I'll post it in group flights. I did like a whole tutorial thing on all the options you need to turn off or on to make Microsoft Flight Simulator more realistic. It's very Xbox compatible out of the box.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But there's things you can do to make it just a much better experience for a desktop sim.
Xbox compatible. I like that.
I think I'm passing you, Robert, off your right wing. Should be ahead of you now, like you're 2 o'clock or so.
Oh yeah, I can
3,000.
see you.
I don't know what I'll show up as. I'll probably show up as an Airbus, even though I'm in a little fighter jet, basically. But...
Yeah, it looks like a 310. What are you actually flying?
It's an L-39 Albatross. It's from it's what's used for the Reno air races. It's a little jet, 2-seater.
Okay, I have you matched as a F-18.
Okay, that's very big, much bigger than me, but it's better than what an Airbus would be.
I would say so.
Looks like they usually take twin otters into Saba Island in real world, so it's usually just very short. You need those STOL airliners.
I can't even imagine putting a twin otter in there.
Yeah, they have a bunch of YouTube videos. They're like the scariest airport landing in the world, shortest airport in the world, that kind of stuff.
Oh, wow.
Where is the airfield on that island? Did you get eyes on it?
Yeah,
I didn't.
Yeah, it's apparently just at the little tip. We're going to be approaching it dead on. I'm going to dive toward it now, but it's basically it's right where we're facing it, but there's a tiny little peninsula where it kind of looks like a volcano where the lava would kind of spill all the way down it. If you follow that slide all the way down the airport side, that little, it's a tiny little circular peninsula. Apparently that's the airport. Do a little bit of a low pass here. I want to see it. Looks like they actually did custom mesh for the island because the rocks are very jaggedy. That's not normal.
Yeah, it's one of the Asobo, fields that they modeled. So I believe they did the whole island at one go.
Oh, the next one's a nice little volcano.
Oh yeah, I see the runway now. It's a short old runway. It's a helipad. Yeah, I could do a touch and go on it, but I don't know if I could stop it.
Really touch, not what we usually consider touch and go, but really.
Yeah, that would be a low pass with the gear down. That would basically be what that is.
Yeah.
There'd be no reconfiguring on that go.
So do we at least have realistic winds here, if not clouds?
Yeah, I mean, I've just
Winds seem to be alright.
I just copped for a mass load of lift as I come to this left-hand side of that volcano. It just skyrocketed me.
Yeah. I don't know, how far these bumps should affect, because some said, that there might be a ridge, on the ground, and that you can still feel that ridge at 10,000 feet when passing over in MSFS, because it will bump
Right.
you. Which is not correct, I think.
No.
And what are those circular shapes? The northern west tip of the or side of the island. I wonder. Looks like circular warehouses or some silos. US don't have like a nuclear silo here, right?
Don't think so. Not that I know of.
I wonder what that is. Some huts? It's gonna be... must be some tourist in a location. Yeah, I got massive bump in here as well. On these Caribbean tours, I'm enjoying, just views and flying autopilot.
What did he say?
I know. I'm just stunned into silence.
I think he said the word.
I have sent a word, yes.
Direct messaging Alejandro right now.
Already had a talk with him today.
Yes, about the nature of the word room.
You meant to say
Don't make it worse for me,
Not only does he talk about rooms of his house, he also talks about autopilots. He jokes about the autopilot. What kind of training is this?
I like you guys.
We like you too, Thomas. No, I still blame you for the microburst on my IFR check ride. I don't know where that came from. That wasn't me.
And how the hell was it me?
I don't know. It never happened when it wasn't you, and you were the only new variable, so, it makes sense to me.
Okay.
But then, was it just as you were coming over the threshold or something?
I was on about, I think I was at 8 Mile final at that point, and basically got nailed by a downdraft. Took me down to stall speed. The stall went off. The airplane was shaking, full power, wasn't able to arrest the descent. Had to nose down to not stall the airplane, and then climb back up to get on glide slope. So yeah, that was
Wow, good recovery though.
yeah, it was.
The recovery was very good, and that was this standard Zinke/Yunsa behavior. So
I still remember
Okay.
P1 stuff.
I think I'll take it straight over the hill in the middle. I think.
Over the volcano, whereabouts are you? You're at Orange Stad.
Am I what?
Orange Stad.
Orange Stad?
Yes, the second island. One with the volcano.
Oh. Okay.
And it's this point that Thomas realised he was lost.
No, I'm not lost.
No, I just passed over the volcano. I think Thomas long
I
passed
see,
that one.
the town of Basseterre.
All right, are you in front of me then?
No, I'm behind you. But I'm
Oh
trying,
yes.
but I'm
Yeah,
trying
I
to
see
catch
you on
up.
the yeah, I see you on the Dooper. Whoa, just copped for another big rise there.
Do you guys seem to be hitting a lot of turbulence?
Yeah, as they're coming over the land.
Yeah, the big old volcanoes are bumping me.
Let me try to weave my way.
Have you got in oh, what's it called? Just a sec.
I'm going to
In
say
the sy-
that they
in the
had
sys-
some new features to the flight model.
Yeah, if you go into assistance options, there's one in there that says turbulence. I have mine set to realistic, and I think FS realistic doesn't help either. I think that throws a lot of stuff. I've had to turn that down a lot as well. But I don't think you've got that.
I've just got turbulence set to realistic.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. There's I've got an app called FS Realistic which does sounds and it does camera shake inside the cockpit as well when you get turbulence. And
Yeah,
I think
but
that's
you
a little
need,
bit overdone.
yeah, especially the sound, the like windshield sound and the wind sound. You really need to tune it down. Because every time I made a slightest bank, it was like, it's completely,
Yeah, I'm having to retrim like crazy every time I go over land.
complete bollocks. Is that the
Good
correct?
use of the word bollocks.
Is that the correct British expression?
That is the perfect British expression.
Nice.
From my limited time watching British media, mostly in the form of Gordon Ramsay, that is the correct usage of bollocks.
I have taught you well.
You have.
All those British lessons are paying off, Thomas.
Hey Joshua, do you mind joining the formation with me just for a picture with an F-18? Even though you are not in one?
Yeah, sure. I'll get my, once I'm over there, I'll get my radar up, which I
Can you
don't
even
have.
fly this slow?
I think I can. Let's see, where are you at? You're just over at the airport now. looks
I'm at
like.
your like 10 o'clock,
Okay.
10, 11.
3,500 looks like. Okay, I'll just climb up on.
Well, this looks nice here. Frigate Bay. Okay, I'll go to external view so I can take a picture.
What are you doing right now on the indicated?
Right now indicated is 190. But
190 right
but it really fluctuates, you know. I have the
Yes.
same power set, and you know I'm going from 170 to 190.
70 at the moment.
I got you on nav map, but I'm just trying to get a visual. Yeah, I can get pretty slow. I can get down to 150 if I have to. So.
Okay.
Find you here.
It's quite bizarre. I get a massive amount of lift. I'm climbing 1,000 feet per minute now. I'm not even doing anything. But it gets a nose down attitude doing it.
Yeah, that's always a bit funky when it does that.
That's quite crazy. I've just leapt up to 4,000 feet in no time at all. And now it's nose diving again. I'm just going to leave it, see what it does.
I've got a visual coming up on your 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
Yeah. I'm flying in front of the plane, and I see you.
Alright, very good. That's an interesting position to be in as pilot, flying in front of the plane, but...
Yes, you know, everything's possible on these tours.
Yes, we know the lore behind that.
soon I will be over the island and it will start to be bumpy, so just turn a little bit left.
I'm just pointing it in the direction and just let it porpoise along like a nutter. You know, it's going from, what's it now? It's climbing now 1,500 feet a minute, and then it'll drop to like minus 2,000. Crazy unstable.
That one looks like the wind turbines down there.
I'm starting to hear those jet engines. So,
Yeah, F-18 has.
so I'm being intercepted.
Yes. I gotta pull in front of you, rock my wings.
I'm not doing drugs.
It's a lot of traffic.
You're still going closer, right?
Yeah, I can get closer. Fun to intercept with turbulence.
Yeah, I'm doing autopilot, so I cannot be more steadier.
It's not my fault.
I don't know what this autopilot's doing.
It's so sad. Get me started on that.
Okay, so that seems to be like a good picture.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Oh, you're watching my stream.
No, I'm just trying to eyeball it. Hopefully my VPI doesn't lag out on me.
Now overtake me.
Gotcha.
I'll make a picture of overtaking. Nice.
Give you the 90-degree break, your interception is over.
Doesn't matter, it's an F-18. It was a nice shot. I mean, like, it doesn't matter that you are not in an F-18. That's
Yeah. Got intercepted by the armory aircraft, I guess. Intercepted restricted airspace that's not published. Should have checked your NOTAMs.
TFR.
Now I'm gonna fly and try to pester John. Why have you climbed?
I'm just letting it. I'm just letting it just to see what it's doing. Just see what the stability is like. Going between 1,500 up to 1,500 down. I'm just waiting for it to stabilize.
Okay.
So what you're saying is you've given up.
I'm just interested to see what the hell it's doing. I'll just pinned it out and just let it do its thing.
For science.
Yes, for science.
So are you going to fly right in front of us, Joshua?
I'm gonna try to come up on your guys and just like see if we can get a 3-ship.
Should maybe circle some of these islands to let Rob join the fun.
Yes, we gotta get Rob out here.
Yeah, this little island in the middle
Thank
here.
you. I'm not too far behind.
Hit
So
the
what-
afterburners. Oh wait.
What altitude are you guys at?
I'm doing 3.6 right
3.5.
now, but just fluctuating. Yeah.
3.5. Alright, I'll come down. Next time it does a nosedive, I'll keep it down there.
Or we can climb up, you know.
Well,
But it's
I'll be
nicer
professional.
lower.
yeah, I'll be professional. Come down to your level.
Okay.
I'll come down to your level.
I'll be professional, said the guy on this tour. I'm basically on the edge of the green arcs, so I can try to catch up. I'm gradually gaining on you. Okay, well that's gonna be a hello F-18.
Hello.
Or L39.
Yes.
Is it 39 or 139?
L39, just 39.
It's Albatross, right?
That's correct.
So the check plane.
Yep.
Oh.
Theoretically, it could be a civilian aircraft. I mean, you could own one, but not for long. You would, well, at least your bank account wouldn't like it.
So what do we say that we would circle Montserrat? Wait for Rob to catch up.
I was just going to circle Redonda in the middle here, and then all go
this
into
little
Montserrat.
teeny island.
Not the
Yeah,
teeny one. Oh, you want
Yeah, we'll circle. Yeah, we'll circle this one because it's right in front of
the
us.
tiny one? Okay.
Just to let Rob catch up, and then we'll all go to Montserrat and wave at the Rolling Stones because they all have
Okay.
half the island, don't they?
Rob, full power. And
Time acceleration. Slew mode.
No. Afterburners.
Yes.
So are we turning clockwise or counterclockwise?
Clockwise, because I'm on the left-hand side. It just makes more sense. I had to think about that then for a second.
I was just testing you, you know.
It's been a long day. Stop giving me hard questions.
Yeah, it's been a long day for me too. Imagine I did not have time to prepare the flight during my working hours.
Imagine.
Slave drivers.
It was that crazy. I'm gonna slow down a little bit.
I'm only doing 165 indicated.
165
Towards-
indicated. Okay.
165. I will comply even though the word slow down is offensive as a jet. No, I was kidding.
Rob, do you want to be on John's left or right wing?
Whichever's easiest for you.
Oh, I don't care.
Diamond formation. Be on the tail.
I'll be on his left.
You should be the squad leader, Joshua. And then you said, okay, well, afterburners in, and let's go. You just blast off.
Yeah. Why do I have a feeling putting a
fires
jet
are
as the lead
fired.
might be a problem? That's actually interesting. I do wonder when they do the heritage formation flights. I feel like that's usually the World War II planes are in the front for that reason. I feel like that's right. Also, I would assume that jet wash would be a problem.
Mm-hmm. So, which island are we circling? I thought that this little one.
This little one here. Going right.
Yeah, because I
Standard
think
route.
we passed it, right?
No, I've got it on my right-hand side. Off my right. Too.
Ah, you were right. I did not see it through my wing. For some reason, I don't have a transparent wing. How do I fix this situation? It's literally unflyable.
I think you can unscrew the wing in flight.
Unscrew? Yeah, that's a good idea. Can I do it in flight?
I think so. Yeah, I can't think of anything that would possibly go wrong. Pretty sure they're just there for like shade for people on the ground.
I think so, yeah. That's... Sounds about right.
A terrible turn around the point.
And where are you, Joshua? Are you someplace behind me, or...?
Yeah, I'm number 3. I'm just in trail.
Just in trail, okay.
I should be right on your 6. It's low.
For some reason I cannot get it right to catch up to John.
Just turn inside him. Mess with the geometry.
Ah. And now the math teacher comes out.
Yeah. No, that's the combat flight simulator. That's.
Why are we flying straight again?
Because I thought we'd done the tour of the little island.
We need to wait for Rob.
All right. Another
That
Another
Go
was
the other way.
was the whole purpose of this, you know.
All right. I thought you weren't that far behind us. All right. Okay. We'll do it.
Figure eights. Now split S. No.
Well, I'll practice my turning around a point.
In wind.
In moment.
In wind, yes, it's good.
See, turn ground tracks on. See how good you're circling. Okay. This ground track will be posted on the front page of that star.
Had to do evasive maneuver because I was suddenly overtaking you, and I couldn't slow down in time. So
Speed brakes may or may not have come out for me.
So
How far behind us?
so
How
do-
far behind us, are you, Bob?
Not very, I don't think. I'm just coming up to that. Is it that tiny, tiny little island?
Yes.
that you're circling?
Yeah, you should see a load of dots circling around it. In more or less a circle. Usually less.
But if one more circle will do it.
Yep.
Yep.
So what's your angle of attack at this speed, Joshua?
Angle of attack. I
Like-
don't think they gave me an AOA indicator, but it's high enough right now. Well, assuming I'm doing straight and level, and assuming my angle of incidence is 0, looks like I'm around 5 degrees or so. My pitch isn't too high. I can hold it. The L-39 is a nice straight wing. It is actually pretty capable at low speeds. I don't even have flaps out right now, so I'm just doing this all with clean.
What are you doing, John? Or is it me that I'm doing something wrong?
Probably me. I'm just trying to do a circle around a point, but this point is getting really, really close.
90 degree bank.
It's almost turning into a steep turn now.
Yeah, I thought that looked strange.
Hey, there's a steep turn. It's not too bad actually. Maintaining 3,500.
Yeah, have you heard of something called maneuvering speed?
No, what is
Yeah.
this thing you speak of?
This
I'm
nonsense.
heavy enough. I'm heavy enough. Fine. I'm just above the white arc, so it should be fine.
I believe we can resume our normal course. Maybe not blast too fast, and Rob should
Yeah,
be
yeah.
just...
Yeah, because I can see him on my
Yes.
radar now.
I'm about 2 miles out.
Gotcha.
Okay, so maybe slow down a little bit and you can catch us up. Next turn would actually put you in front of us, so... we cannot have that.
Rob's taking John's left wing, correct?
Yeah, I'm on his right, so
Okay, you're on the right. I'll be on your right. Then we'll do the standard V formation there.
I'm not promising. I'm not promising that I'm gonna fly, nicely, but I will try.
Roger. What will you do without your autopilot?
No, I'm flying. Well, if I was doing these maneuvers with autopilot, that would be a skill.
That would actually be really impressive.
Yes.
It's like the one guy who was a student with us for VATSTAR for a while, but he was flying helicopters with a keyboard. That was impressive.
Never say never.
Nope.
That's crazy. That I can't even imagine flying anything with a keyboard.
It was insane.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I had
Said
a
he should go into like esports tournaments, like those games where they have to, like in Korea, where they're like typing on the keyboard super fast.
I had a student on check ride flying keyboard and mouse. They
Wow.
don't work that well.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I've had practice flights where people have tried using Xbox controllers. I'm going, yeah, now try trim. And
Oh
they're
yeah.
going, the next thing they know, they're spiraling to the death.
I imagine the trim on Xbox is something like elevator number 2.
But he's still using a keyboard because he was on a PC, obviously. But
Right.
But with an Xbox controller, you've got both hands on it,
Yeah.
and you've got to arse about with it while messing about with the keyboard. It's not good. Things aren't going to go well.
At least you have some like analog control over it then, at least. But
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
true.
ideal, is it?
Yeah, when you take your hands off and start hunting around for keys that you're not used to, it quickly spirals out of control.
Yeah, you almost need a button to like recenter the joystick. So when you return the joystick to neutral on the Xbox controller, you kind of need a button that just like locks in whatever attitude you're currently at and sets that as the new neutral. But I'm sure that could get crazy too. Like that would get really brain straining after a while.
Yeah, and it'd be cheating.
Yes. Can't have that.
We don't like cheating. It's almost like using an autopilot.
Well, we've had students ask about, if they can get, all the correct answers for the test before. It's like, what's the purpose of the test then?
Unbelievable.
Well, actually, I'm learning for the radio telephony test, and in our country, and it's like a written exam and an oral exam. And for written exam, they actually, officially they posted like all the questions and correct answers for it.
Huh. That's interesting. Well, just memorize it, I guess. It's like...
Yeah. The oral then, of course, that's they posted like the categories, that I would be tested on or from.
Right.
But for the written, it's like 150 questions or so with correct answers.
And how does that work when you have your radio telephony license? Like, what are you planning on doing with that? Are you having like a little amateur radio setup or hobbyist radio, or kind of what's your plan?
My plan is to pilot an aircraft.
Okay, and you have to have the radio telephony license, right, to do that? Got it, yeah, that's it's a separate thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a separate thing.
Same in the UK. It might be an old EASA thing.
Yeah, I know. I remember reading something about that before. That it is.
You don't need
separate.
something like that in the US?
No, it's included with your private pilot license. It's assumed.
Well,
going by the state of some of the comms.
Yeah. I mean, that tells you something. Yeah. You're like, oh, okay, that explains a lot.
Yeah, it's actually the standard phraseology is included in the test and so on. So it comes easier. It would be easier, if you first, go through your private pilot, training, and then before the check ride, you know, maybe you get the license. Because by that point you would already have known, you know, the phrases, and you wouldn't actually need to study on it, right?
As much, yeah, that makes
As
sense.
much. But no, here you're like legally not allowed to touch the push to talk button unless you have this license.
Interesting. Yeah.
I think we can over here, but you've got to precede every call, or precede at least your first call with student.
Oh, I don't know about here yet.
Yeah,
I
it
guess
might
I'll
be.
see.
But yeah, you can't go solo unless you've had your radio license.
Yeah, to go solo, I need to have radio license. I need to have the medical, obviously, and I need to have the insurance.
How much is the insurance?
It's compared, you know, it's like the same as one flight hour, so
Oh, right,
for a
okay.
year.
Oh, for a year. Oh, it's okay. So what's that, about 170 euros or something?
Yeah, but that's just, you know, that's just the insurance for to be able to fly at that flight school, and that will cover, you know, their portion of how do you call it in English? That the money you need to pay anyway. There is some damage.
Oh, oh,
Was it like the premium or the copay or? I don't know.
oh my
Yeah,
God!
that you know that
Excess.
Help me out, Rob.
It's the excess. I think you're thinking of.
So what? Oh, yes, the excess. Thank you.
excess. Yeah, well, the purpose is, you know, maybe let's say that the damage is like you know, let's say 1,000 quid, and you need to pay like like 100,000 quid, and you need to pay 1,000 quid as a, you know, from that damage. Anyway, even if you have insurance. So that's the excess.
We call it the excess.
Okay.
So you can get cheaper premium if say your car insurance, you have an excess of 250 quid, say.
Okay. Yeah.
Means if there's any damage that's worth less than 250 quid, they're not going to pay you out. You're going to cover that yourself.
Yeah, so basically this flight school obviously have their aircraft insured, you know, for the full, you know, value of that aircraft, but they have like a certain excess, right? And I need to be able to pay that excess if, you know,
Yeah.
that flight
Oh,
works.
okay, yeah. I think in the States we call it the deductible. Yeah.
Yeah, deductible. That's yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's, you know, what I need to be insured for. And again, I will also have some excess on me, you know. But let's say that you need to, you know, pay like, and I'm just making up numbers, like $100,000, let's say, and the flight school has an excess of $1,000 or $2,000, and from that I will have an excess of like maybe $500 or something like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, kind of falls down and gradually becomes less and less. They said that they have one issue or one case of a student pilot. He was told to get to the aircraft and do you know, pre-flight. He went into the aircraft, started the engine, didn't brake, and just, you know, started taxiing, not braking at all, and just, you know, wrecking that aircraft and one other, you know, from another flight school.
Yeah, running into it. Ugh.
And that was, you know, not just the insurance was not about like the damages on the aircraft, but also about the lost, how is it called, you know, the
Lost
money from
income.
business, lost income. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that can become quite steep.
Oh, I bet that cost a fortune. 100 well, in this country about 250 quid hour that they're losing.
So Rob, are you close to us? Rejoining formation?
Yeah, I can see you. I think I'm about a mile out.
Okay. You're going full throttle?
Yeah.
John is not the easiest one to follow.
I'm flying perfectly straight and level.
That's cold.
God damn it!
I'm joking, you know.
I'll have you know.
Especially over the islands, you know. You can't seem to hold the altitude.
Oh, yeah, it threw me about. I just gave up in the end. I just let it do. I was just a conduit for its will.
I knew the science ploy was an excuse.
Oh, you're very close, Joshua.
Hanging in there.
I hope you don't mind coming around this island instead of straight in.
Yeah, because there's all those big mountains which don't look appetizing.
Yeah.
That'd
I-
be pretty. All the same,
Yeah.
seeing cloud now.
Yeah.
Now that's close.
I originally thought, you
close.
know, that we either do like 2 legs in one session or 1 leg with a slight detour, let's say. Opted for a 1 leg. Let's keep it clean. So you were too close to me, Joshua?
Just a
Something?
little bit, yeah. I was trying to stay really close, but the lag sometimes gets me, and then I have to go around.
Okay,
When
I
it's not
will-
lagging, I can stay right on you.
I will try to do an external view, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Should affect
I'm
Winds are just sort of pre-briefing the thing. Looks like route 12 is a favourite. Runway 12.
yeah.
Probably-
Does it have a meter? I haven't checked yet.
Yes. 120 at 10 knots.
Yeah.
Broken 3500.
The variation is 15 west, so it's like 130 or 140.
Yeah, it's favourite 12. It's more or less straight down the runway.
Yeah, that's
QNH 1014.
1014. Okay, let's set it up. Now you fly nice. Broken 3500.
Rob's closing in on us, I think.
Yeah, I'm only doing 160. I'm only doing 162 gram speed.
So is it easy, Joshua, to keep that L39 steady?
Yes. Yeah, I don't know if that's realistic, but yes, it is. It's very easy in this model. I mean, I'm being very aggressive on the controls just to hold this close of a position stable, but that's just from the YouTube video I remember hearing from an Air Force pilot talking about his experience and learning how to fly formation, and how when he was starting out as a student, he was trying to be all gentle on the controls as he's formation flying. his instructor kind of snapped at him and just like, here, let me show you how to do it. And he said his instructor was just banging the controls all over the place, you know, but like the airplane's frozen in space then. So it's just like being aggressive when you're holding tight formation is like, that's normal. You shouldn't really. When you're the wingman, you're not going to be able to hold constant settings on anything. It's just going to be adjusting all the time.
Yeah.
So I kind of always keep
I
that
really
in mind.
admire, you know, people who do that, you know, in real and in chat in
Yeah,
those
that's-
shows.
It's so tough.
It's unreal, you know,
Yeah.
to
it's
have
so
this
hard.
level of control.
Sure, when they're like 10 feet apart or whatever, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
This L-39, I chose to kind of fly on that sim after testing all the ones that come with the Reno Air Pack expansion, because each one is slightly different, and some of them have better equipment than others. And, like some of them are like completely missing transponders inside the sim aircraft. So I went through all the available 39s, deleted all the ones that are not like compatible to fly online. That way I only have the ones that are decent.
So
This was one that has the glass cockpit, but there's another one that has analog gauges.
So it's the default aircraft?
It's an Asobo aircraft. You had to buy the Reno Air Race expansion pack.
Oh, that's for purchase, the Reno one.
Yeah, yeah. And then you get the T6 Texans, P-51 Mustang, which is terrible. The L-39, a couple other aircraft. So. I like the L-39. It's fun. It's definitely the one I fly the most. If I was gonna rebuy it again, I would only get the L-39. It's the only one that's really kind of worth it. The T6 Texans are kind of nice too. They're decent, but the tail dragging is totally wrong. So that's why I'm kind of disappointed with all the tail draggers, because they're just not really well modeled. I don't know enough about jets to be able to critique it, so it feels okay to me.
Okay. Yeah, I was not keeping steady for a while there.
We should be all pretty tightly bunched up now, I think. Oh yeah, Rob's right there. We got a nice force ship going on, pretty much.
Yeah. Are you going to descend to 3,500 or should I climb, John?
I'm at 3550 at the moment.
Exactly. Sorry. I remembered who was it that told, you know, the one of their instructors, that like former Air Force pilots, and it was like, you are supposed to be flying at 3,000. Well, I am. You are flying at 3,020. You know. It's like, whoa, okay.
Reminds me of a story I heard. Some guy was like a commercial multi-engine pilot, not an airline pilot, I don't think, and he was trying to kind of improve his understanding of aerodynamics, get more comfortable with airplanes and unusual attitudes. So he got an aerobatic lesson with like this top aerobatic instructor, and the aerobatic instructor just had him do it, and the regular airplane just had him fly, you know, cross country or whatever, just to see where he was at. And you know, the commercial pilot, he's thinking he did really good, and the aerobatic instructor is like, well, you were 10 feet above your altitude at all times, so we've got a long way to go. Okay. Great.
Well, you know, when you're flying formations and the next aircraft is like 10 feet
Yep.
off you, so
Yeah.
it becomes important, kind of.
Yeah, it actually matters. The guy's thinking like, "How that was a great cross country. Everything was so smooth. My comms are great." He's like, "Oh, you're 10 feet above your altitude."
Are those altimeters even that precise?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I have a feeling that's probably like, I don't know, plus or minus 50 probably. I don't know. I would assume there's some error tolerance though.
Yeah, I believe I heard some some Boeing captains like discussing the pre-flight and the Boeing, and he said, well, as long as the captains and first officers altimeter is not different by more than, I don't know, if it was a 50 or 100 feet, then it's all right. So
It's close enough. I think this is our biggest formation flight yet.
yeah, I don't see Rob.
Rob's going to the vertical.
What?
He's going vertical as soon as he's pulled up. I think he was overtaking.
I thought that was your privilege in a fighter jet.
Like, there he goes. Lost him. He's gone into the sun to get a better angle on us. Can't see him.
All those hours on DCS.
He's using the glare to his advantage. I can't get a lock on him. He's in the sun.
Constantly yanking my throttles here.
Yes, my jet engine is just like I'm revving my engine at a stoplight or something.
Luckily, since it's like a constant speed propeller, I don't hear the changing
Oh
sound.
yeah, you don't hear anything.
Which might be bad actually, because I cannot really judge, how much power I'm outputting.
Yeah, I would think that when you're formation flying and you're doing precise movements, I wonder though for like these warbirds if all the changes are just through manifold pressure, or if pilots do actually use the prop control for certain things. I would think the manifold pressure would be the more natural thing, but I guess I wouldn't be surprised if there was like some formation pilot trick, like, oh yeah, you use the prop control during certain phases. Like, it would be interesting.
Yeah, if you need a bit of drag or something.
Yeah.
Are we going around that hill at the shore?
Yeah, just cool. Yeah, why not? Rather than go over it.
Okay. We can skirt it on the western part of it, or is it southwestern part? Southwestern part.
Yeah, between the headland and those little islands.
Oh, yeah, I meant to ask you, prop driver guys and P3 people, or going on P3s or wherever you guys are at. I forget which ratings you guys have now, but do you guys have a reason that you've come across, like why we increase the prop RPM while we're in a descent? Like, we have low manifold pressure, so why would you increase the prop RPM?
You mean at the approach?
Yeah,
for the approach, like when you're going to come out of a descent, out of cruise, you usually increase the prop.
When you
it's for drag. Yeah, it's for drag, and if you need to go around, you've got full power.
Yeah, it's basically that one on approach, But when I'm like approaching, like still high up, I tend to reduce the RPM. But when you come closer, and you are about to land, then you actually max it out. So you have full power available. Yeah.
Got it. That makes sense. Yeah, that part makes sense. And then what you mentioned about having the extra drag while you're descending, that checks out. Okay. I expected as much. It's kind of like when you're going downhill in a car and you shift to a lower gear using the engine drag. So it kind of slow you down. Yeah.
Well, me honestly,
in America? I didn't think gears were a thing in America.
Oh yeah, we've got gears. I have a Shifttronic, so my car is an automatic transmission, but I can kind of slide the shift lever over, and then I can command the computer to go to certain gears. It'll override me if I'm commanding it to do something stupid, so I don't have a clutch or anything to manage. That's still being managed automatically, but yeah, there's obviously manual transmissions out there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an automatic convert. I mean, mine's got one of them as well. I can shift it into into manual if I want to, but I never bother. So why would in off road? Why would you bother with a manual?
By the way, John, you said that you would set, high pitch or like high prop, so that low pitch basically on the propellers when in the descent to get an extra drag.
Yeah, if you've got low manifold, but if you if you need to slow it down a little bit, just stick low power and high revs, and it.
Yeah, if you need to slow it down, but normally, when you're descending, you don't want to lose energy unnecessarily, right?
Yeah, it's just to hold cruise speed if you're trying to hold it. Yeah.
And if you're like generating power or thrust, anyway, let's turn left a little bit here. If you're generating thrust, then I don't think that you're basically producing drag.
That would be interesting. I wonder if there's like negative thrust. Switch into beta range.
I was going to say that in that the definition of beta range.
Yeah.
There were cases where they deploy the reverser in flight. Didn't end well.
Yeah, that's interesting. But I do remember reading, I think, for a complex engines, I do remember reading some line, which I never fully understood, about where it's like, oh, in certain power settings, the engine is driving the propeller. In other power settings and pitch combinations, the propeller is driving the engine. And that sentence never really sat well with me. I never really liked the propeller is driving the engine. Like, what does... I mean, I guess I kind of understand it, but I don't like how that sounds.
It's all about pressures in the system, If you try to force the propeller, to bite too much air,
right.
And kind of you set high propeller pitch and high power. That means like you put your propeller's levers like back,
Yeah, and full manifold pressure.
Manifold pressure. Then you're kind of it's like cycling into the hill on very hard,
Yeah, you're gonna make your engine explode.
Yeah.
Someone needs to make a mod that does that just to teach a complex airplane like thought process, even though it's not realistic. It's like go full manifold pressure, low RPM, engine gets yanked off the airplane.
I also read somewhere that it's not such a problem on modern engines, as it was on the old ones. So
kind of those like legacy things that we teach that may or may not be as big of a concern.
It's still a good practice, Why ever you would need to, turn your propellers like slowly biting so much air.
Right.
It's,
I'm getting some clouds here.
Yeah. We're transferring to RFR now.
No.
No, they are see-through clouds, so they're okay. So you said that it's gonna be runway 12?
AFM.
There is it, traffic, Golf, Charlie Romeo, Whiskey Tango, 15 miles to the south, inbound for a full stop. There is it.
Ooh, I forgot the altitude.
And you forgot to say flight of 4.
Yeah, that's because I forgot we were a flight of 4.
Shame on you.
Only thinking about himself.
So selfish. Are we
Last
joining?
time we let John be lead.
Are we joining the right base?
Yeah, we'll be joining right base.
Okay.
Maybe. I can't see the airport yet. I'm just going by DME at the moment.
I believe it's in that narrow section of the island. I think.
Yeah, since at the end of that, I just can't see. Yeah, there we go. I think I see the point now.
I have a feeling I'm going to be doing a low approach with you all, and then I'll land us at my normal speed. What's your approach speed?
100
about
knots.
Yeah, that's going to maybe not happen. So a low approach as long as I can and just do a sidestep.
I'm starting my descent. I'm just heading towards that little point, that little inlet, and hopefully I'll get to see the runway at some point. I think a right downwind join might be a better idea.
Okay. In that case,
Or we could do a UK approach and do an overhead join.
I was going to say, let's do an overhead break.
if you
This
want
is a similar thing, similar concept.
if you want to fly over the airport for 5 extra minutes unnecessarily, then yes.
Yeah, well, I can't actually see the airport, so that's generally a good idea.
Okay, well, in that case, sure.
Oh,
Robert,
actually, hang on. Oh, I think I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll join right downwind.
right
I'll
down.
head over this boat. Yeah, I'll just head over this boat and then come in that way.
Robert, you are
Maybe
not
right.
on his left wing, right? I will transition to his left wing, so
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
I can do the right turns.
Shifting to your left wing.
Actually, I'll do that switch when we join the downwind, because I'm just flying behind you, so I guess that's alright.
Reset traffic. Golf Charlie Romeo Tango. 6 miles to the south. We'll be joining right downwind for runway 12. Flight of 4. Reset.
Yeah, happy now.
Oh yeah. Can I ever be?
No, because I forgot the altitude again. Schoolboy error. I still can't see this bloody airport. Is that it over there?
Actually, I believe I have an idea where it is now. So
I
when
think it's just on the east side of that kind of thin bit of the island.
when are we slowing down?
Yeah, now might be a good idea.
Yeah, I think so.
No. Not that word.
You can do barrel rolls around us. You know that.
Yeah, there you go, yes.
That will put you on a longer track.
Hi, yo-yo.
Okay, so we are slowing down, but I'm still doing 170.
Well, I'm down to 140 now.
Oh yeah, that's
interesting.
that's what I'm going over. So I'll just break off a little bit. I'll rejoin you. Where are you?
Yeah, you're ahead of him now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see, yeah, you just gone flying past me.
Yeah.
I'll just gonna do a I'll just do an overhead join. You back on.
Ah, I wanted to land information. Alright.
No, because I'm all over the place, so I might as well just do an overhead join.
Alright then.
Missed your opportunity to go to guns, John. You're right there.
How is it called? Pond de...
There is it. There is it.
I can't.
There is it.
Airport traffic. Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo joining right downwind runway 12. Airport. There we go.
You just go flying, barreling straight underneath me.
The airport that I'm currently over traffic.
There is a traffic. Golf Charlie Romeo Whiskey Tango. standard overhead join will be descending dead side. Lever Z.
Are you aware of the fact that they might not know what the overhead join is here?
That's why I was saying designed in dead side.
Okay.
I can see where I am now.
Still on trail behind you, Thomas.
Are you behind me?
Yes.
Okay, I guess. It's called traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo turning right base, runway 12, traffic. And Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo turning final, runway 12, full stop landing. Okay.
There is a traffic.
Lever Z traffic. Golf Charlie Romeo Whiskey Tango. Joining right crosswind, runway 12. Lever Z.
Okay, landing gears down, that's important. Flaps 15 is enough.
Which side of the runway you taking, Thomas?
The one that I managed to hit.
Roger,
So
that should be right. That should be right side. That's the exit side, I think, or I don't know.
I will take the
Actually,
right
it's the
side
left.
then.
Okay, Roger.
I'm
I'll do
assuming
left.
parking at Quebec.
Very high, but long landing is actually preferred here, I guess. No, it drops like crazy if I let go of power.
Over the river.
There is a traffic. Golf Whiskey Tango. Right downwind, runway 12. Lever Z.
I know L39. It's dangerous. I know. Yeah, okay. I managed. Touchdown 80 knots. That's actually not terrible. I didn't think I could do that.
So where is the parking? Right side? Yes.
A firm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quebec.
This doesn't seem like a taxiway, so I'll just pass it. I haven't touched the brakes yet. Just letting it
It's a
run.
very wide runway, so it's very good.
Okay.
Lever Z traffic. Golf Whiskey Tango turning right base, runway 12. Lever Z.
Park. Okay, so I guess I go straight in to park. Okay, where do I park? Left or right side? I guess left side. Reserved, reserved.
Bloody hell, that's a really long runway. I thought that was a road.
10,000 footer.
There is a traffic. Golf Whiskey Tango turning final, runway 12. We'll be landing long. There is a.
Landing on the opposite threshold.
Oh no, I might not be actually. I might get away with this.
My engines have failed.
Oh no!
Both of
How's
them?
it going?
I can see you plummeting. Can he make the runway?
Both of them.
He's coming in. He's coming in hot. Lining it up.
He's landed, right?
No, he's still wobbling a little bit. He's thinking about it. Oh, his landing gear doesn't like it, but he's still alive. He's holding it on the runway. He's zooming.
Where are you guys parked?
Right where you're about to see a taxiway, so if you just turn right, basically, there, you're gonna run right into us. He's just coasting in with his engines off. There he is. He made it, and in style. He's coasting.
I missed it all by making a textbook landing.
He's coasting into the ramp. Taxis up to the maintenance hangar. I think I need some maintenance.
Why have the engines failed? Have you run out of
I
fuel?
don't know.
Check your fuel.
Oh, god damn it.
There we go.
So, was it the fuel?
Have you tried switching tanks?
No, it wasn't that. I accidentally turned the aux fuel pump on to high, and it floods the engine.
Oh, flooded. Yeah, I went too rich.
Oh. But
God,
it
this is
happened
a
like
long
just over
runway.
the runway, right?
It looked like maybe from me, it looked like, and you can report, Rob. It looked like it was right when you were like on close base is when it hit you.
I was pretty much on final when it hit me, so it was very, very lucky.
Where are you going, John?
Looking for Quebec. Oh, there we go.
I wonder if it's when you reduced your throttle,
Oh,
if that's kind of killed
there
it
was
because
no
you kind
Quebec.
of cut
There
the
was no
air.
Quebec. There was no Quebec taxiway.
It's a myth.
The mythical Quebec taxiway.
Well, at least you were over the runway. You know, when I ran out of fuel on one of our group flights, I was 500 or 1 mile from touching down. And
Jeez, how did you manage that? Did
I
you land?
didn't. No, I landed in the water, but I didn't make it. You know, I was on the glide slope, so if you lose power in a Cessna, you know, 152,
You're done.
you're done. You know, you cannot glide that far because you need that power.
It's always made me paranoid flying the glide slope, actually. Just because it's like, I'd rather be like a dot high. Even then, it wouldn't be enough. You'd have to be like all white probably to actually make it with the glide slope of a powerless Cessna.
Yeah. Well, you need to be a little bit high and a little bit fast, you know,
Yeah.
in order to gain some altitude while slowing down to best glide speed.
Yeah, because if you're at approach speed, yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
Rob Bunny started.
At least one. Let me go for developer camera. You cannot hear the thing here. So many engines running. Back into the cockpit for silence. Well, thank you for accompanying me on this trip. It was a really nice trip from St Maarten here to Guadeloupe. I hope we can do a next leg next time.
Absolutely. Thanks for the invite.